Hello YouTube. Well, I'm finally back from work and settling down from this long Father's Day weekend. Right now we're looking at my 180, which is practically empty aside from a few silver dollars. I haven't done much to it. I just added a few more hiding spots. I have a nice order coming in. It's being shipped out Wednesday. I'll receive it Thursday night, and I'll go ahead and do an unboxing for that as well. So I'm not going to spoil my surprise until everything gets here. I have a couple tanks empty, couple tanks that will be emptied before they get here. But I've got 3 different species coming to add to my projects for the next few months. So that's the 180. I got some pretty big shipment going in there. Over here is 75 that I set up. Same thing. It's pretty much empty right now. I tacked on some 10,000 watt lights or 10K and a 50/50 with the blue actinic. This is a Walmart special ballast here for like 15 bucks, 10 bucks, something like that, and it will only run off of dual lights, so I had to put in 2 of those. I like it better than the gold glow that you get from that 75 over there. You can see the drastic difference, much clearer, more crisp. Some of that order is going to go in this tank as well. I will reveal one of my species. I'm getting this handsome young devil, a female, so I can get him in better action. He's gonna be a stud. I almost sold this guy. I couldn't do it, so I ordered a male and a female for my buddy who was gonna buy him, just so he can have a pair of Jags himself. So as of right now, I'm stuck with my wild pair and my soon-to-be pair F1s. I believe they're F1s. I don't know. I don't even care. I'll have to verify if it bothers people, but I think he's gorgeous. Lots of potential. That guy's pushing about 7 inches right now. Loves his massivore. He'll eat NLS once in a while and bloodworms. He's pretty picky. I haven't fed him any fry yet, but that guy there's got some serious potential. I couldn't let him go. And moving on, this tank next to him was my wild spectabilis pair, but I did some moving around, and I tried adding my specs to a community tank, which I changed my mind against. It didn't really work out too well. And right now I have my Trimac pair in here. There's the male back there behind that plant. I'll zoom into the female here in a second, which is right there at the end of, she just went into the cup. She's back in there. The stress level has gone down since I moved them out of that 75 with all those Midas. I'm surprised that he hasn't killed her. She's barely 3.5 inches, like she's never grown. You know, out of all the pairs of fish that I've spawned, most of my females grow just as fast as the males when spawning, with the exception of her. And here's my boy right there. Oh, there's a little chase. Excuse me for the glare. Got too many tanks side by side here. I was gonna sell this male, but I'm not sure that I want to. I mean, like I said, he may not be or have the most teardrops, double flower line, and so on, but he does have some nice markings. He's very solid. He's got a fat teardrop on each side, which is all I look for. Very symmetrical. Beautiful reds on his throat, fade on up to through his ear. In his fins, as you can see in his dorsal fin. He's got blue spangles between his spots. I don't know if you can really see it, but there you go. I think he just wants her to lay eggs again while he chased her back over. This is kind of the spot he deemed. Let me zoom back a little bit. He's pushing about 6.5, I think. I've had a lot of customers or friends and hobbyists ask about my fish available, the availability stock list, and I will say that everything is available at a certain price, even my prized possessions, as I have tons of beautiful fish at my fingertips to replace them with. My friends, yes, that even means Gorillas Prime. If someone were to offer me something, I mean, he's my #1 fish in the fish room right now, and I'm not putting any of these guys up for sale. Just stating the obvious that if somebody wanted something bad enough, they could have it. So we'll move on to the next 55, where I moved the specs to. That is the female you're looking at here on this side of the divider. See if I can't clear it up a little bit. She's got some nice little reds. Really nothing spectacular yet. There's the male. I was expecting more colors to come in. I'm really not impressed with these spectabilis. The F1s are growing fast, doing really good. Still not a whole lot of color. I guess maybe I've got a short attention span. You know, you can see some decent colors on her. You know, it could have been the lighting too, but now they have them in a different tank. You can see a little bit better. Once I move around this 125 here, you'll get a better shot of that male. Get you a better angle. But we'll see. If they can hold my attention for much longer. I might sell them here soon. And behind me is my prized possession. There's Prime. With a nice fat glare behind him. This pair did spawn before I went to work, and I had to drop, or I felt the need to replace the divider, or drop a divider, I'm sorry, to protect the spawn. I didn't want them getting stressed out and the eggs end up getting eaten or not hatched or whatever. As you can see, a couple dots here. I do have fry. The majority of them seem to be over with mom at the moment, which we'll pan over to. I am leaving them divided for a while. I'm going to try to grow Prime out some more. I've got a pretty huge batch, which initially started somewhere in the mid-hundreds, 500, 600, 700 fry, which I believe now is, I'm sure some of them might have got sucked up, you know, just died off, natural causes. I think I've got around 300-400 left. So I'm going to grow these fry out. I don't really intend to spawn this pair again for a while. Give them a break. That female has gotten way too big. So I'm going to let her settle down a little bit and see if Prime can't pass her up. See if I can't get a good shot of Prime. He likes his log back there. I think he believes if he don't look at me, I can't see him. Well, we'll come back to these guys. So behind me are my Festes and my Midas community. It is overstocked, which is helping out the community. I've probably got about 15 Midas and about 18 Feste. I've got a few wild caughts in here, some F1s I received from Flatfish. There's a couple females. There's one of my wild females right there. And believe it or not, the females have outgrown the males. I think that might be a little male. Let me zoom in. I just put them in here, what, yesterday, I believe. So they're selling them pretty good. I do seem to have a Midas pair forming. These two guys over here. That's a little male, fat little female. They don't seem to bother the Feste much. They just chase anything orange, any other Midas around. As you see, a lot of Feste and those silver dollars just chilling back there by their pot. This guy here is going to be a killer male. You can see his nice nuchal hump, the oranges, the whites, the reds. I do have a white female. Let's see if I can't find her. There she is. This is a female. She's all white with the exception of a few spots on her fin and just a small mark on her eye. Again, my Festes. I got a female here, and then back there, they're only like 6 inches apart from each other. They got their lockdown. Zoom back a little bit here. Got another little female, which I think is not that one above that wild female. There she goes. See him squaring off to the left behind Whitey here. Where'd she go? That's another female. I'm pretty sure I'm female heavy group on this Festes. Everything in this tank is available. The sooner I sell them, the better. I'm keeping my wild Feste pair, and that's pretty much it. These Midas are really nice. It's gonna be hard to let go of, but I've got big plans with some of these other projects that will supersede everything in this tank. And as Midas are fairly easy to obtain, I can always re-up and get more Midas later. There's another little female right here. You can see her bars come out a little bit. Zoom in. These Feste are pretty testy. These two big females don't really bother each other, which is amazing. And this one here, maybe 4 inches, and you guys see the tones coming in on her. It's got to be genetics, you know. My wild group of Feste, females color up really small, 3.5 inches. You can already start seeing the blush. These F1s not too quick. There's an F1 right there. As you can see, she's almost as big, if not bigger, than my wild female, and no reds, just the dark and dorsal. But I know for a fact those are females. Moving on, I've got another group of Feste that I tossed in my pond here. All you can really see is some pots, driftwood, and some rocks. These guys are my Esmeralda's F2 fry. I decided to toss in here for the summer. I'm going to forget about them and pull them out again around August, September. I should have some really nice stuff going on there. Moving on. Here's my wild jag pair. The first batch of fry, I think, got sucked up by my AC-110, which, as you can see, the intake's been replaced with a sponge filter. Hopefully to save fry on this batch. I'm not expecting anybody to count, but this is a 15-inch pot, and that entire bottom section is filled with fry. And as everybody knows, jag produces a shit ton. These guys are doing really good. Let's see if we can get some action out of them. There's Mama. Oh yeah, look at her glowing. Very protective. Ooh, gotta be careful. Don't want them to switch the fry around too much. There's Papa. Very nice. We got these guys eating really healthy, fattening up. As you can see, Mama's pretty fat right now. What I have noticed is the profile on these guys aren't as nice as I was expecting. I'm looking for more of a blunt face, taller head profile, like the smaller jag that I'm getting a female for earlier in the video. But this male does have a lot of potential, which is why I'm hanging on to him. As you can see, the nice patterns he's got. My thing is now that they're a pair and spawning, that they're going to probably maintain those bars and large spots and blotches, which I hope the male loses, because I really want him to just clean up and have the nice contrast from his base color to his spots. Very nice. These guys are probably 9-10 inches, courtesy of Jeff Raps. I mean, as far as the fry go, people want some. hit me up and I might pull some aside or send them to you really small. Pretty much dirt cheap. My intentions are, I have no intentions of growing out any of these jags for resale or for sale, I'm sorry. And so you're gonna have to get my attention ahead of time if you want any. They will be F1s. I will grow out a couple just to see as far as the profile if it changes from the wild to a domesticated grow, which I think it will. But just because their snouts are a little more sloped, by no means dictates these guys are ugly by any means. I do love this female. She came around first as far as the aggression and the interaction goes. The male finally got some balls, and he'll flare up when I get too close to the babies. Both these two have hatched the eggs by mouth. Took turns fanning, if not both of them fanning at the same time. Very good parents. I really don't think they ate the fry. My wife thinks they did, but I think if they would have, there would have been a little more scales missing and aggression towards each other. And hell, they spawned friggin' 12 days later after the first spawn hatched. So I mean, these guys every 2 weeks if they need to. But she looks like she's already fat enough and holding another batch just in case. So they weren't lying about jags being bunnies. And produced 10,000 more fry than any convict I've raised. Moving on to behind me is my 100-gallon tank with just the Spectabilis F1s. I moved all the Feste out, so it's now just a dozen of these specs. The biggest one's got to be over 3 inches. That guy right there, there's one. Focus up for you. He's about 3 1/4, maybe 3. There's another guy up there, close to 3. I got them about 2.5 inches, so they're growing pretty good. They eat a lot. Hopefully the domesticated, these F1s will color up and pair out faster than the wilds. I do know it'll take about 18 months before they really hit sexual maturity. So I mean, fuck, it could be almost a year before I get any luck out of them. And I got a big fat umbie project I'm going to be working on, along with some of the things that I have coming in here Thursday, that I may lose my focus on these guys and just sell them. I really hope I get something colored up really nice that stands out and makes me change my mind. Let's go ahead and go back to see if Prime has come out. Get you guys a good look at Prime here. He is darkened up. This guy here has got to be close to 12 inches now. Darn focus. Yeah, I don't think he's going to come out too well. Very passive. One of the least aggressive gorillas that I've seen. When he was younger, he was really aggressive, but he doesn't glass bang or nothing. I mean, he'll chase the siphon hose around once in a while, but about it. I'll get some good pictures eventually and update them. Maybe get some better video footage. That's Prime. And let's go check out my wild caught Feste pair. Let's see here. Male's in there. Female is back behind him somewhere. I'm down to 3 Midas in this tank with him as dithers. I removed the pair and sold them as they were creating nothing but chaos. There's my little female. Beautiful pair. Once I sell out of my Feste, I'll hang on to this pair and just enjoy them. I'm not particularly looking to spawn Feste again anytime soon, as they do take a while to grow out. So if anybody wants Feste, hit me up while you got a chance, and before I sell out of what I have, because it may be a while, probably a good year or 2 before I even attempt. If they do spawn on their own, power to them, but I doubt I'll have space for the fry due to my current projects. Just beautiful. She colored up really small too. There's a good shot of them. Looks like my video was cut off a couple minutes ago, so I really don't know where I left off. But anybody wants fry or fest days, I've got about 30 or 40 of them total, I think, right now. F1s, F2s, and Wildcats that I'm selling. I don't have any pairs. I don't have any large males. I've got female heavy groups. My males are ranging about 2.5, 3 inches. Females are ranging 2.5 to 4 inches. Whoops. And I've got tons of Midas. Midas will go dirt cheap, as I can barely give them away. But they do work really good for dithers. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, as I got some food to go ahead and grill up on the barbecue I just bought. Thank you everybody for watching. I will update my website with some pictures here soon, and a stock list for June, July. Thank you everybody, and have a good night.